Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations. Thank you so much for being here for our video. If you're watching the replay, thank you. If you're watching the premiere, so glad that you're here. And I'm excited to kick off what I'm calling a creating gratitude movement. We have so many things to be thankful for, even the little things on days that seem tough, but we need to recognize that. And with what the project we're doing tonight, I hope will inspire you to look for all those things that we can be grateful for. And also, during the next month and a half or so, we're going to be talking about acknowledging those that or special or that we are grateful for, and what better way to do that with some of our handmade creations. So I hope you will join me in this movement, and if you post any cards anywhere, I hope you'll use the hashtag creating gratitude so that we can get this movement going. And being grateful is a positive influence on our own lives as well, not just for those we touch. So, are you ready to join me? Let's get started on a fun project. See you in a minute. Okay, before we get started on our project, I wanted to mention my World Card Making Day event this Saturday, October 7th. It will be live on Facebook and YouTube at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 Central, noon Mountain Time, and 11 a.m. Pacific Time. I hope you will join me. I'll be demonstrating 3 cards that you can use to send to express your gratitude. And you can even hand someone a card, okay, or put it somewhere they can find it. I just have all kinds of ideas of what we can do to express our gratitude and make our lives just enrich them much more. So be sure and join me for this. It is going to be probably between 45 minutes to an hour. If you can't make the live, you can always watch the replay. So looking forward to seeing you there. All right. First of all, for this project, I thought that we would have a gratitude journal so that we could make a conscious effort in recognizing all of the things in our lives that we have to be grateful for. Now, I know many of you may do this. Some people have a habit of doing it every day. I'm just asking you to do it for a little while, okay, for a month or so. And just to inspire you to express your gratitude, maybe with our handmade cards, but also you have a record of it. It's so nice to be able to go back and look on those moments that were so special to you that you're grateful for. So I wanted to keep this really easy for you so that you could do it. You can do it with whatever supplies you have at home. I have a specific one here. I have another one I did with some different products that I'll show you, but this is just a simple piece of designer paper that's made into a little book, and I'll tell you what these little cards are for in a minute, and we're going to get started. Okay, so first you're going to need a piece of designer paper cut 8 by 6. This is from the Earth and Elegance collection. You can use any designer paper that you have, okay? We're going to score at 4 inches and then 1 inch from the bottom. So my paper has directionality, so I'm indicating this as the bottom of my page. All right, I'm going to get my trimmer in here, and we're going to score at 4. And then at 1. I think I'm going to do it on this side. It makes it much easier to score when you have all of this paper to hold on this left-hand side. Okay. All right. So there we have the cover of our book. Okay. So I'm going to fold on these score lines. And you can use your bone folder if you want to, but designer paper folds very easily. Now, in order to reduce some of the bulk in the center here, okay, we're just going to do a little snipping. So first of all, I want you to cut up on that center 4-inch score up to that 1-inch score line, okay? Then just take a slice, a wedge, out of each side here. Thin slice of pizza. Okay, so now you have a V there, and when you fold it up and over, you don't have all this bulk right here, okay? So I want to make these little pockets, all right? So I'm going to get some tear-in tape, and I just found that this works the best. It's going to hold the pocket best. And remember, this can be for your eyes only, all right? It's just a gratitude journal for us to make notes in, and also a way for us to inspire us to send our tokens of gratitude to others. All right, so let me pull this up. And then again on this side, and then we're just going to fold that up. Goodness, I'm having issues there. Let me do this. Rub it down and then pick it up. There we go. All right, so then I'm just going to fold those two tabs up, and there we have a little pocket, okay? Simple enough, right? And you know what? You don't have to decorate it at all. It's your journal. You can do whatever you want. You know, our designer papers are beautiful, so some of them you could just leave plain and it'd be fine because you know what it's for, right? All right. So now I'm going to get my trimmer in here. I just moved my note. Okay, so I have 4 pieces of printer paper, just any paper, you know, 8.5 by 11, and we're going to cut it at 4 3/4 by 7.5. Okay, to both sections, 4 3/4 by 7.5. So I've got all 4 sheets in here. I'm going to line that up on 4 3/4 and give it a slice, and then do it again, 4 3/4. And give it a slice. Okay. Now we have 8 sheets of paper together that's going to form our book. All right. Hold the phone. We need to make it not as wide here so it'll fit in our book. So I'm getting the 4 pages again, and we need to cut this at 7.5. I experimented with this width here, and this seemed to work the best with this size of journal. 7.5. And then let's do the other 7.5. All right. So now let's take this and we're going to fold it in half. Just super simple. You all can do this. And I hope that you will, if you're not a member of my private group on Facebook, the Ink and Inspiration Stampers, I'll try to put the link below the video here or in the description. And I want you to go over there and request to join. And you have to answer a couple of questions. That's just to keep the trolls and the spammy people out. And we'll let you in. I'll let you in, and then we share card making ideas, and I want you to post your journal, okay, if you make one. All right. Okay, so now I'm taking this fold and I'm lining it up with a fold here, and you see how it fits nicely. So how we're going to put this book together is we're going to staple it. Now I have a long arm stapler, but this book is small enough, I believe, where you can just bring in a regular stapler and slide it in. Okay, so I'm looking for the score line here, okay? And I come in about 3/4 of an inch. It really doesn't matter. You don't want it right on the edge. And I'm going to try to get my head down here so I can see. I've got all the thicknesses through there. I'm going to slide it over just a bit. Let me put this where you can see it. Okay. And I'll tell you in a minute, if your stapler doesn't fit, how you can do this without a long arm. Okay, so I'm going to slide that and line my marker up with that score line. I'm about the right width from the edge there. And I'm going to staple. And then I check it. And that's pretty good on the fold, don't you think? All right, let's go to the next one. And here, truth be told, sometimes I have to pull the staple out because it's like on one of the pages side and redo it, but that's not a problem. Here again, coming about 3/4 of an inch down, lining it up on the score line and staple it. Let's see how I did on that one. Oh, I'm a little bit over, but that's okay. It's going to be all right. It's close enough. So there is our little book. Isn't that the cutest thing? I mean, I can think of all different kinds of ways I can use a little book like this. And here's a gift idea for you, okay? I mean, you could even put like grocery lists in it, but we're talking gratitude now. So this is our gratitude journal. Now, here, I forgot to write my little Post-it. We have 2 pieces of basic white, 2 3/4 by 4. Okay, and then I cut 1/2 inch strips of a coordinating designer paper. So since I have this peacock on the inside, I decided to use this print, okay, from the designer paper. And it can be just scraps that you have lying around, whatever. And on these pieces, as long as they fit in this pocket, you can use, if you have a scrap lying around, just use it. All right, so I'm going to put this up at the top just to make it fancy and turn it around and snip it so it's the right width. And then I will glue it on. Let's see if I can find the good glue. Here we go. So here we go. Super simple. You can do this. I want you to join me and do it. Okay, let's do this. All right. And bam. Line that up here. And there we have 2 pieces here. Now, while I'm doing this, let me tell you what these are for. My goal is to send 30 cards of gratitude to different folks, or give them to people that either serve me or that I'm grateful for or that have done something for me or good friends, whatever. But to keep me on track, I'm going to write their names on here. Okay, you can use front and back, and there's a card for the front and a card for the back. And then as I send them a card, I'm going to check them off so that I know who's remaining. Not in any specific order, but as I think of somebody, I'm going to write them down. And then come mid-October, after I've gotten a stack of cards ready to go, and I hope you'll join me. And you can use cards that are in your craft room that you already have made. It could be thinking of you. It can be, hello. It doesn't have to say thank you. Just your note inside. Just express your gratitude, okay? And then I'll have that in my journal. So every day when I write, and I'm gonna try to write 3 things I'm thankful for each day. Some people do 10, some people do 5. Whatever you want to do is fine. I'm gonna try to do 3 every day, and then have this journal and send those cards. So I hope you will join me in that. All right. So now to decorate the front here, I need a 2-inch circle. And you can do this however you want. This is just how I decided to do this one. I wanted to keep it very simple. Then I'm taking a decorative circle in copper clay, since that's in the designer paper. Okay. And let's see. I thought I had, yes. I used one of the die cuts from the Earthen Elegance bundle. So I chose this fan to use that I'm using kind of as an embellishment. Okay. So let me show you what we're going to do here. And this is for you to decide, okay? So I decided that I was going to use some of this images from the Earthen Textures. And this has some beautiful sentiments that are great for these cards too, with gratitude, thank you, you are proof there is good in the world, your thoughtfulness is much appreciated, you always know just what to say and do. This set is perfect for this, okay? And so I've got this little branch, and I'm going to use copper clay, and this up. And I'm going to come as far over to the left as possible because I want to put my with gratitude sentiment there without going over this. So I'm just, oops, doing it like that. It's okay. I'm going to get a towel and clean up my mess there since I dropped my stamp. Okay, we're all good. All right, so now I'm going to put another stamped image of this same one lower and to fill up like the bottom of the circle, okay? And so you can put more or less, however you want to do it. I just was wanting to keep it simple. So now I need to leave this open because I'm going to do a little sponging. I decided to take Pebbled Path, which is also in the designer paper, and ink up the With Gratitude, since it's my gratitude journal, and stamp that right here, okay? So now I need to find my sponge dauber, and I'm going to sponge around the edges of this. I can't seem to open my ink pad without getting it on my nails for some strange reason. All right, got that. And then the decorative circle, I'm going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to do something a little different than I did on the original one. I'm going to sponge around the edges of this. And I'll tell you what I did on my other one just a minute, just so you'll know. I just want it to stand out from the designer paper background some, okay? And let's get, in case that shows. All right. Pretty good. Adding a little more ink around. Okay, let's call that good. Now, let's go ahead and adhere this to our decorative circle. Are you seeing how easy this is? I mean, you can do it however you want. Just get your book made, even if you don't decorate the cover. Okay, that's going to go like that. And then this is going to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my little palm branch down, whatever this is. And I'm going to put it at an angle like this. Okay. And then that's going to go here, but I want a closure. So I'm using ribbon. Just use whatever ribbon you have that will look good with your paper, okay? And it's cut about 14 to 16 inches. And I'm going to wrap it around here. Okay. And then I'm going to take, you can use glue dots. I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus and just put some right there. And do that to hold that in place. And then I'm going to put this over top. Okay? So that's going to hold it down even more. And I leave the back loose. Okay? See how it's going here? And you can tie it closed. And then I decided, I thought, I'm not going to put any kind of stones or gems or anything, because if I'm putting in and out of my purse or my bag, you know how things rub. But I thought, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And they may fall off, but that's okay, because I'm kind of rough on my books. But And if you decide to, you could just, if you have a composition book or a spiral notebook, you could use for this. Let's just do it. Okay, so I'm going to use these copper sequins. And this is what I did on my other one. I put 3 up here. Keeping it simple. And then there is my gratitude journal. Okay, plenty of pages for a month. Okay, who's with me? Who's going to do it? Comment in the comment section. All right, let's see. I want to show you this other one I did. I used, I'm going to go blank on the name of the paper. The Masterfully Made paper. One of the die cuts from the Gorgeously Made stamp set, okay? And, I mean, do you see how you can just use whatever paper you'd like? This is some retired ribbon I had that I thought would look pretty. Now, With a Grateful Heart is from the Autumn Leaves stamp set. And so is this label, but it doesn't have to be. You can use a punched image, like I did with the circle here. But I thought this With a Grateful Heart is so pretty, and so I put that on this one. So anyway, I hope you will join us in this gratitude movement. Be sure, if you post something, use the hashtag Creating Gratitude. If you've commented or shared my video, I'm going to do a drawing. And let's see, when am I going to do it? Sunday evening, probably. And I'm going to send someone this gratitude journal, okay? So because I am so grateful for all of you for being here and watching and participating and just sharing in the love of the craft. And for those of you who are with me and have been with me a long time, thank you so much. I appreciate your support of my business. So thank you so much. So let's create gratitude. Create it in our hearts so we can share it with others. And I look forward to seeing your gratitude journals or hearing about them. And be sure and join me on Saturday, October the 7th, which is this coming Saturday if you're watching this on the 5th. You can go either on Facebook or YouTube and watch, okay? All right. Thanks so much for being with me. Have a great evening. Until next time, make a card, send that card, and make a difference. Take care. Bye-bye.